Hi, this is Mastro from MastroGames.com. Today I'm going to talk about Razer's Ripsaw video capturing external card and also their Stargazer camera. Alright, so first I want to talk about the Ripsaw. Right? It's very simple, it's small. You have a video in, video out. So it goes from your device, Xbox, PlayStation, or your video card in the back of your PC, and then your monitor gets connected to the out. So that you can see it's a pass-through, becomes a pass-through. So you can see what's going on. The problem I have with this, and well, you can also plug this in the USB into your machine. It installed great, worked fine, up and running in seconds and minutes. The problem I have with this is the resolution is limited to 1080p, and so what I was hoping for was, blow my mind. I thought maybe because I have an ultra wide monitor and output and stream it, but I find that with two PCs I can stream just as well. So Ripsaw, maybe it's great if you're always playing 1080p anyway, and you have in that type of aspect ratio of a 16:9, then this is going to be great for you. If you have an ultra wide monitor, it just gets really annoying and it's not really worth it. The next thing I want to talk about is their Stargazer. Right, this is a fancy camera. Here's my issue with this camera. I plugged it in, I installed it, and I got the blue screen of death. Thread exception not found. And I couldn't get around it. I couldn't go to an earlier restore point, which I tried. I just had all kinds of issues. I ended up having to reinstall Windows and spend a day doing that. And after I reinstalled everything, I installed this again. I got the error right away. And so after doing some research, what I found was in order to get past this blue screen of death error, there's something with the latest version of Windows Update that interferes with USB 3.0 and with specific devices. The Oculus Rift seems to have this issue, and this camera has this issue. So I don't know if it's the Intel RealSense or what's common between the Oculus and the Stargazer. What I had to do was in the BIOS setting, I had to go into the BIOS, disable AS Media, which is a feature in your BIOS and used by USB 3. I had to disable that, then I was able to boot up to Windows. I was able to uninstall everything related to this camera, Intel, roll back the drivers. Then I had to install a patch. Then I could re-enable the BIOS, and then I could do it again. But for all the trouble and all the junk that this needs to install, and again, it's probably not the camera. It's probably the Intel RealSense. And after seeing it, and I finally got it working, it just wasn't worth. It's not worth it. I mean, there's nothing this does that is impressive or worth using that you can't get away with a Logitech, one of the high-end Logitech web cameras. I mean, the 3D piece of it. I mean, well, when are you ever going to use that? The moving the background is great if it was perfect, but it's not perfect. It's got all those sparkling artifacts. So this is just a toy. And it's not really worth keeping. And of all the crap that you have to install to make this work, it's not worth it. So I won't be using this, sending it back. I'm going to stick with the Logitech cameras for now. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Ripsaw and the Stargazer. Again, I'd recommend the Ripsaw if you want to use console gaming, or if you always play in a 1080 resolution anyway with a 16:9 screen aspect ratio, then the Ripsaw might be worth using. I didn't, for all your capturing, but it's not for me. So Stargazer, I'd stay away from this unless for some reason there's some feature it has that you must use. Otherwise, I don't really see that it's worth it. The camera I'll be using is the Logitech 922X, and you'll find a link for that below if you're interested. Thanks for viewing. Visit us at MastroGames.com. We're just getting started with some video blogs on new products and things that I realized I like to buy a lot of high-tech equipment, and I thought I'd give my input on some of those. Thanks for watching.